All right, man. Blessings to you. What do you do when you're constantly sowing? You're constantly sowing seeds. And sometimes you don't feel like sometimes you don't feel like that's what happens, man, record on camera. But sometimes you don't feel like it's lining up the way you want it to. I tell you this, don't compromise for nothing or no one. Father says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. See, the enemy fears that. The enemy fears that right there. He fears that logo, that cross, that stake, if you want to put it in that perspective, that tree, because it's made out of a tree. He fears that. I had to switch it up, man. Sorry. Had to go jump in the car. Had to go do an event. But yeah, no compromising, man. And there's a lot of compromising going on. And listen, I used to compromise too. I used to compromise for the way of just the way of ministry, man. I used to compromise for people, just to so-called try to get into a circle. And I thought by me doing that, man, maybe, I can get a little bit more reach. Maybe I can get in the right circles and possibly my ministry can grow and all these other different things. And, compromising, man. I used to compromise with family members, man, knowing that Halloween and all that stuff was, just wasn't approved by the Father, but yet I did it anyways. Just to so-called fit in and make people like me or whatever the case may be. But see, the Father's not trying to hear what many are going to say in that day. El deny, did not prophesy in thy name. Did not cast out devils, and did not go to church, did not minister, did not do all these things. I went to these churches and preached for these people because they this, that, and the third for me. No. If you go into a building and minister the gospel, regardless if you're a leader or not, or if you're a minister, man, you're a leader. I don't care about titles, but you get my point. If you're a pastor or whatever the case may be, or a minister, and you're going into another place, and without a shadow of a doubt, they're not. And he says, how can two walk together unless they agree, man? We got to agree on some things. If we don't agree, listen. The scriptures don't lie. I can't be with one that say that, hey, man, they love Christmas and they like to do Christmas, but yet they like, we don't do all the other stuff connected to Christmas, but I just love it. Just in remembrance of what the Father has done. Listen, I can do that every day. Are we not supposed to do that every day? But when we try to adopt Babylonian systems and creeds and, man, the list goes on. When we start doing this stuff, now you're compromising. You have been compromised. You have been tainted, man, by what many would say that, hey, Brother Ramon, it's okay to do X, Y, and Z. But no, it's not, man. It's not. And I know. A lot of us are going to be like, you know what, man, that's you. You do you, I do me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. And then that's what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to try to tell you what to do. All I'm trying to just tell you to say is, man, if it ain't found in the scriptures, then what are you doing? If it's not found in the word, then what are you doing? Because I'm telling you, the Father ain't listen, everybody ain't going in, right? Everybody, and when I say going in, you'll understand what I'm saying, and I'm talking about the kingdom, and I understand there's some things in that, but I digress. But my point is, he that endures to the end shall be saved. You got to endure to the end, man. You got to endure hardship, trials, and tribulations. He says, when one comes to serve the Father, prepare your soul for temptation. Prepare your soul for temptation. If you're going to prepare your soul for temptation, when you follow the Father, do you not know you're going to be tempted by other individuals that 99% of the time, they know they probably doing something in their ministry, they're doing something in their church, X, Y, and Z, and they may see you may have a zeal or a fire, whatever the case may be. They want to say, hey, man, brother, do you want to do X, Y, and Z, man? Or, hey, would you want to pray in our circle and this, that, and the third? Listen, you got to be careful who you compromising for. You got to be careful even the circle that you come in encounter with. You got to be careful with this stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's a danger. This walk is dangerous. So I'm just saying all to say this, man. Stop. Don't compromise for nobody. If it ain't in the scriptures, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. They in here with these Christmas trees and these churches and all this other stuff, and they want to sit here and talk about, oh, man, you know, it's okay, man. You know, we doing it for the kids. He says, train up a child in the way that they should go. I promise you, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, was not telling the disciples and us as disciples today, as ministers of the gospel, to train children up in the way of paganism. He wasn't saying that. Holiness, man. Holiness, man. Stop compromising, man. Stop it, man. 2025 on this Gregorian calendar is coming in, and people are still trying to find a way to compromise. Listen, the flesh want to do what the flesh want to do. I get that. He says, don't walk in the fullness of the flesh. Don't let the flesh overtake you. But he says, walk in the spirit, and you won't fulfill the lust of the flesh. See, I think we make so much compromising even for the flesh that we don't even understand that the flesh is he says the heart is desperately wicked. Hallelujah. Who shall know it but the Father? But the Father. But if the Father's in you and you in the Father, then would you not know if your flesh is walking in wickedness? Man, stop compromising. King coming. Shalom.